Hello, bookish besties. Welcome back. How are you? I am cold. It is starting to become the winter season here in the South, and I'm feeling it. I am so ready for cozy socks and fireplaces and hot coffee and cocoa and all the warm things. But today we are going to talk about the Reindeer Readathon. Okay, this is my very first year doing the Reindeer Readathon, and I am so excited. This is a readathon that is put on by Break Even Books, whose channel I will link below. And as of this morning, there were over 700 participants in this readathon. We are divided into groups and teams, and I have the privilege of being on Team Candy Cane. Now, if you've been here long enough, or if you know me at all, you know that I don't read fast and I don't read a lot, but I have a very lofty goal for this Reindeer Readathon, and that is basically to finish it. And so what that looks like is a total of 10 books for this Reindeer Readathon. Now, there are prompts, as you all know, if you've done a readathon before. I have tried really hard to incorporate all of my book club picks, which there's technically just two, and then two buddy reads that I have been doing this year, or this last few months, in with this Reindeer Readathon, along with a couple of books that I have wanted to finish before the end of the year anyway. So we have a total of 10 on our list, and I am going to just pop everything here. I'll start with the blank template, and then as I add reindeer and prompts and books, they will magically appear. Okay, so because I'm Team Candy Cane, I chose the Candy Cane theme template, and then we'll just keep this on the screen, and as we add books, like I said, they'll just pop in. So the first prompt that we're going to do is Dasher. Now, I'm not saying I'm reading these in this order, but I'm just going to talk about them in the order that they're on our sheet. The first prompt is Dasher. It's worth 10 points, and it is read a book that is recommended to you on social media or in a list recommendation. For that one, I chose The Christmas Tree Farm, because literally, if you go to that book and pull it up, it says The Christmas Tree Farm as recommended on TikTok. So that is book 3 in that series, and I buddy read that with Corey. So that will be an audiobook that we listen to at some point. Dancer is 15 points, and it is read a book genre that you feel matches your favorite music genre. Anybody want to guess what my favorite music genre is? Yeah, so it's hip hop and R&B. So I chose a book called The History of Gangster Rap. And so that's going to go in my Dancer prompt, and that is going to be a physical book that I own, and it's in here. Prancer is read a book where the synopsis mentions a special name, event, or date. I really actually struggled with this one because, are we talking like a name like Jen, or like December 5th, or what are we talking about? And so after reading a lot of the comments, any sort of event, so Christmas counts. So I chose Christmas Joy by Nancy Nagel, one of my favorite holiday authors. And it is going to go in Prancer, and I am physically reading that one. Again, it's here. Vixen is read a book you didn't buy. So it can be, you were gifted it, you borrowed it, it was library book, ebook, whatever, Kindle, whatever. For that one, I'm choosing The Arrangement. This is going to be a buddy read with my neighbor, our psychological thriller buddy reads that we do. That's going to be a Kindle Unlimited book. I've already added it, so once I'm ready to read it, I'll just pop it in. But that is The Arrangement by Kirsten Maudlin. Next up, we have Comet. Read a book that ends on the last digit of the day of your birth. So what that means is that the pages have to end on, like if my birthday is May 26th, so the page numbers have to end with a 6. So A Court of Mist and Fury was already on my December list, and believe it or not, that book is 626 pages long. So definitely ends at a 6, actually ends in a 26. So that's going to be my Comet, and it is a physical book, and it is actually in that box. Cupid is 10 points. Read a book from an author that you have already given 5 stars. TJ Klune, House on the Cerulean Sea, will forever and always, until the day I am no longer around, be 5 stars for me. I actually did not finish Somewhere Beyond the Sea. I'm just under 50%, and so I'm going to be finishing that one for the Cupid prompt, and hope and pray it will also be a 5 stars. And in fact, I don't know if I just wasn't in the mood to read that one when I started it, or if I don't know, but I wasn't on track for giving that one a 5 stars. So I may very well just start it over, depending on kind of where we are in the month with that one. So next up we have Donner, and that is read a book where the cover contains one of the first 4 words you see in the word search grid on page 4. Okay, so this is the word search grid. And the first, the words that I found were, in this order, footwear. So let me just say, I fully expected this word search to be Christmas related. It's not. I actually ended up finding 5 words. One of them was not on my word search list, but the 5 words that I found in order were footwear, creature, reflection, tethers, and shadow. Do y'all know how hard it is to find a book with the word footwear in the title? Yeah. So I ended up finding a book actually on my shelves over here called The Beckoning Shadow, and it's a YA fantasy. So that's going to be what we're going to read for that one. And it's going to be a physical book. Lots of physical books this time. Not last. We have 9 reindeer, Jen. Choose 3 books that start with the same letter. Randomly choose one of them to read. You can do a random number generator, have somebody choose. I've seen a lot of people put polls in the Discord, all sorts of things ways we can pick it. So I go to my youngest child, who's 11. Hey, bud, pick a letter. X. Okay, next. Go to hubby. Hey, pick a letter. He chose B. So we're going with B. So what I did was I went to my Goodreads list and I reversed the order that I put them on. And I just picked, to make it the oldest at top, and I just picked the top 3 books that started with B. And those came out to Beartown, Bell Jar, and Beloved. So I have all 3 of those in one spot on my Blitzen spot. So I'll do that here as well. And I'm going to either do a poll in Discord or a poll on YouTube or a random generator and choose which of those 3 that I'm going to read. I have for sure Beartown and Bell Jar as a physical copy. I thought I owned Beloved, but I don't think I do. So I'll, if that one's the one that pops up, I'll either get that one from the library or borrow it from someone. Because it was, all 3 of those were former book club reads that I never finished. So that will be that. And then certainly last but not least is Rudolph. Okay, my Rudolph prompt is We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kleiwer. This is a book that Bree from the Booktrovert highly recommended. I was initially going to listen to it on audio, but I hear there's some almost interactive things that go along with the book. There's some Morse code stuff you have to figure out and different things like that. So I pulled the ebook and the audiobook from Everand, and I'm going to do it probably with both. I want to link the video for her video of that book in the description because she really did sell it. And the cover is cool. It's got sort of this wintry, mysterious sort of look to it. And so I'm definitely going to make sure that I get to that one. Okay, then last but not least, we have the bonus prompts. So with bonus prompts, you basically take what you have and make it work. So Christmas Star is a book over 500 pages. That one's going to be A Court of Mist and Fury, because remember, it was 626 books. Christmas Lights is an ebook, which is going to be the arrangement, because that was the Kindle U, the KU book that I'm doing for Vixen. Christmas Carols is an audiobook, which is going to be the Christmas Tree Farm. Corey and I will listen to that on audio together. Christmas Tree is 20 points, an extra 20 points. Branch out and read a book you wouldn't typically go for. For me, that's going to be The Beckoning Shadow, because it's a YA fantasy, and more the fantasy than the YA. I've read YA before and I quite enjoy it, but the fantasy part of it, I'm not a huge fantasy reader, and so that's going to be my my Christmas Tree bonus points pick. And then Christmas Elf is an extra 15 points, a book that's been on your shelf or TBR for a long time. Because I reversed my Goodreads to give me the oldest first for the Blitzen prompt, the letter B prompt, I put all three of those on the Elf prompt as well, because whichever one of those I pick, it's going to be one of the oldest that is on my list. So, and then last but certainly not least, I put this book on Slaying It on purpose. That's an extra 50 points. If you have completed all of your prompts and the Christmas bonus prompts, so all 9 reindeer plus the additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, prompts, you can redo one prompt of your choice for extra points. And so for me, that's going to be either ebook or audio, depending on how I can get it. But it's going to be How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. It's actually going to be probably a book you didn't buy. So I'll double up on Vixen, read a book you didn't buy, because I definitely have that as an audiobook on, I think it's either Everend or Kindle. But anyway, so I'll double up on the Vixen prompt for a book you didn't buy, and that's going to be How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. That is part of our Host for Pros book club. It's going to be the perfect book to end the holiday season. And I put it on Slaying It on purpose because I really want to get to it, but I also really want to finish this challenge. And so that's sort of the prize at the end of the game. So anyway, if you're participating in Reindeer Readathon, I really want to know what team you're on. And I'm very excited for this challenge. I'm very excited to read along with you all. I'm really excited for some friendly competition. My book bestie Corey is on Team Mistletoe, so game on, my friend. But otherwise, I hope you all have a magical, magical holiday season. I'm sure I will see you before then. Until then, love you, mean it.